Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Guest number 2 of the day, a victorious coach, Jeff Judkins.
Juddy
back
buddy!
with us over Zoom. Juddy buddy in the house. What's up, Coach? How are you this morning?
Feel pretty good. It was a fun night.
Understandably.
A lot of good things happened last night. And I'm so happy and proud of my team and what they accomplished and the intensity and all what they did last night. It was just a great team effort.
61-56 victory against number 16 Gonzaga. BYU has a winning record against the Zags in the Marriott Center. Not really any other team in the West Coast Conference can claim anything close to that. What's the secret to being prepared mentally for that game?
Well, if it's a secret, don't tell anybody.
or what's the key? Yeah, we'll change that. What's the key to beating Gonzaga in Provo?
Well, I don't think last night Gonzaga shot the ball as well as they normally do. Part of it could be, travel. Some of it could be our defense. Some of it could be the background. Some of it could be, just they're off tonight, whatever. But what's been consistent in this rivalry is that it's a physical, tough game. And both teams do a great job of scouting and preparing for that team. So you can't pull any trick play or whatever. So it becomes where what team executes the best, what team makes plays when they need to at the right time. So like up in Spokane, they hit a shot at the buzzer, I think in the half, that put them up 11. And of course, Shaylee hit one last night at the buzzer in the third quarter that put us up. So those are plays you have to make if you want to win. And you got to give Gonzaga a lot of credit. They came back from being down 10. We did the same thing up there. We were down 10 and we came back. And so I just think both teams, this is a big game, a fun game, a game that we look forward to. When you see the schedule, that you really look forward to this.
It's an amazing rivalry, and yes, every time BYU plays Gonzaga in women's hoops, it's must-see TV. It's awesome. So that was a great night. And late in the game, Paisley Harding made a massive shot, just like you coached her, right? Just like a left-footed or left-handed contested, like 8-footer off balance. That's what you coached her to do, right?
No, what I did coach her to do is don't be afraid to take the shot, which she's not. Paisley's a very confident player, and she just did a great job of staying with it and trying to finish and get to the basket. And I'm not going to tell you I've seen her make that shot all the time, but I've seen her make it a lot in practice where she drives to the middle and shoots it with her left hand. But Paisley's tough. There's not very many players that play harder than she does. That was a big play, but one of her big plays that probably won't get noticed is the one she dived at midcourt and got a jump ball that was a crucial possession. But, I was so happy for her because she wanted the ball at the time. When you're sitting in the huddle and you're looking at your team and you can tell what players want it, and I could tell that she really wanted it.
Jeff Judkins, BYU basketball head coach on the women's side, fresh off a victory over 16th-ranked Gonzaga, celebrating on BYU Sports Nation. And speaking of celebration, the post-game video that came from, I believe, Kaylee Smiler on Instagram was epic. You got doused with water, but you made your way through there really quickly. Is it just like, each person for themselves in that moment?
Well, my assistant coaches kind of gave me a warning. I was out talking to some people after the end of the game, my family and some other people, parents, just for a minute. And I started walking in, and my assistant coaches said, "You better be ready." So I grabbed a couple water bottles myself. And when I ran in there, I saw him there, and I knew it was coming, and I just started throwing it at him. The first water bottle hit me square. The first throw hit me square in the mask and face. And it just like really shocked me. And then, of course, that water was so cold. I jumped in some cold lakes here in Utah, water skiing and doing some of that stuff, and it was freezing. And then, it was really fun. I was so happy that they were excited about this win and they were excited about what they accomplished.
Now, Talia White must be a tremendous rebounder because she totally boxed out Kayla Bellis-Lee, just shoved her to the side. She goes flying on the side. I don't know if we can roll it again and watch that. It's on the left side of the video. Is Kayla okay after that? And is Talia the future Lauren Gustin of rebounding?
I don't know if you're going to get anybody like Lauren Gustin rebounding. I think Kayla is a very, very good rebounder. She's tough and she's physical, and that's the reason I put her in when Tegan got in foul trouble and I couldn't play Tegan as much as I wanted to. I needed to give Sarah a quick blow, and luckily there was a timeout, and then I had Kayla in there for a minute or so to give Sarah, that blow, and she is a physical kid. In fact, most of my players, I think it's because they come to this program and it's expected to be tough and be able to do that. And I thought she did a great job. But I thought last night was one of Sarah's best performances of her career. I thought she was active, both offensively and defensively. I think she was not a punching bag. She was punching people back and pushing people back herself. She was really, really active. She did the best job on Jen Worth of all my bigs. And she caused a lot of problems with them penetrating and really helping. We got a little more aggressive on the pick and roll, and that was hard. It's hard making Sarah run out there, and we call it red or hard show, to get out there and move your feet and know that somebody could go around you. She did a great job with that last night.
Sarah Hampson, 10 points. We think 6 blocks. They typically cut her short a few of those, but 5 rebounds as well. An awesome performance from so many players, like you said. We knew what this game meant going in because we see the bracket projections. So do you. You follow all the metrics, the records of everyone. And according to ESPN, going into last night's game, BYU was the last team in the field. Do you feel like now your spot is solidified in the approaching tournament, assuming that you don't have any other slip-ups along the way?
I think if we could win out, I think winning that game will definitely give us a big boost to be able to get in the tournament. The thing is funny, you guys probably know it because you hear it from other sports, but, there's nobody who wants to play us. If we're not an NCAA team, then why don't these big schools, big Power 5 schools, want to play us home and home? They want to play us on a neutral court, or let's say you come to our place, we don't want to play you at your place. And, that's the part that's kind of irritating for me is, if they don't think you're good enough in a mid-major, then why don't they want to play you? It's like, I don't shy away from some other schools that aren't maybe as good as conference as us. I play them. So I don't understand that. I think personally, our league deserves 2 teams no matter what. I think we've earned it. I think we've done well in the NCAA tournament. We're the only mid-majors that have had, I think, at least 3, but maybe 4 Sweet 16 appearances by 2 different teams. I think we got a great conference. And really this year, from top to bottom, Pepperdine this year struggled a little bit. And I think part of it was COVID-19 hit them really hard and they couldn't practice like they wanted to. But our team's very balanced. And I think it showed, our conference, it showed it this year with people blowing somebody out and then somebody barely winning. And Gonzaga, of course, is the one that's been undefeated. But I think this conference has gotten a lot better since I've been in it. That's for sure.
Yeah, top 50 in net and 15-3. Things are going well. The league announced earlier this week that they are going to use a adjusted win percentage. Ken Palm helping out with that algorithm, trying to balance things with teams that haven't played as many games as everybody else and who's they played, strength of schedule, whatnot. What did you think of that new metric?
I don't think it's fair at all to have a mid-major team go. Let's say we go, we're 15-3 now. And some team from a Power 5 is 5-3. I just, it doesn't make sense to me. Part of going to the tournament, I think, should be how you handle this COVID-19. What teams really took it to heart of following the protocol and doing what you're supposed to do. And BYU has been unbelievable with football, with basketball. Now you're talking about soccer and volleyball and always how well we've done. And I think our medical staff and our athletic department should get applause for this, with the way they handled it and how they've presented it to the athletes. And then we got to give the athletes credit for realizing how important doing the right thing is. And it's not easy sometimes doing the right thing. It's a lot easier sometimes being a teenager and a college student and just go doing what you want. But we've done a great job, and I think we should be rewarded for that. I mean, San Diego was smart. I'm not going to be able to play them at home probably this year because of the way the schedule is, and they scheduled it that way, and it's just, as a coach, it's so hard to say, well, we're going to play these guys, and then it gets canceled. And I think Mark Pope had the same feeling we had his last couple of weeks, not playing very many games because of this. And it's hard. It's hard for your team mentally. It's hard for coaches. What do you do? How do you keep them sharp and fresh and all those things? So it's been a great challenge. But I can't ask for better leadership, what I have on my team and what these guys have done.
15-3 overall off that big win against Gonzaga. Our sincere congratulations to you, Coach, and your team for pulling off that win over the Zags in Provo, and we wish you the best of luck tomorrow against Portland. We're looking forward to that game on BYUtv and having coverage of that as well. Let's give you some karma for the win tomorrow. You can combine that with your superstitions, and we'll make it happen again on Saturday.
I hope so, man. It'll be a big game. Portland's very good. They've lost some close games, and they're very good, and we'll have to handle their press and do a good job at that. If we can handle that, we'll be in good shape. But thanks for the coverage. Thanks, Sports Nation. I had over 68 texts last night from people, players, fans. It's just a great atmosphere to have people care about our team, and I'm really proud of them. So thanks a lot.
You love to hear it. Thanks, Coach. We'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
Jeff Judkins on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, you know why, we show how.
We're here